Welcome to Learners Math TV. From the previous video lessons ay napag-aralan na natin ang direct variation at ang inverse variation. Pero, merong mga problems kagaya ng combined gas law, work problems, and in physics, liquid pressure na nangangailangan tayo ng iba pang klaseng variation. At eto ngayon ang ating pag-aaralan, yung tinatawag nating combined variation. Kaya sila combined dahil ito ay combination ng direct at ng inverse variation. Punta tayo agad sa example problem 1. Y varies directly as x and inversely as z. If y is equal to 10, when x is equal to 4, and z is equal to 2, find y. When x is equal to 6 and z is equal to 3. The first thing to do is determine the constant of variation. Let us translate the statement of the problem. Y varies directly as x and inversely as z. So this is a combination of direct and inverse variation. Now, ito yung ating translation. Y is equal to kx over z. Diba? Ito yung ating direct variation. Y is equal to k times x. And then, the inverse is y is equal to k over z. Ayan. Then, ang gawin na natin ngayon ay i-substitute natin ang mga values ng y, x, and z. Ayan. Ang y natin dyan ay 10, ang x ay 4, at ang z ay 2. Then, divide 4 by 2. That is equal to 2, kaya 10 is equal to 2k. Then, to find k, divide both sides by 2. Ayan. So, 2 divided by 2 is 1 times k is k. Then, 10 divided by 2 is 5. Kaya, yan ay magiging 5 is equal to k. Or, in other way around, pwede naman nating sabihin na k is equal to 5. Ayan na ngayon ang value ng k o yung constant ng ating variation. Pwede na natin ngayong hanapin. Let us find y when x is equal to 6 and z is equal to 3. Ito na ngayon yung ating magiging equation. Dahil nga, ang k ay 5, pinalitan na natin. Nilagay na natin dito, our k is equal to 5. Now, let us solve. Ayan. Using this equation of variation, ilagay na natin yung bagong value ng x. Ito yan. At yung bagong value ng z. Lagay na natin. Ayan. So, magiging yung 5x magiging 5 times 6 and then z is 3. So, magiging 5 times 6 is 30, then divide 3. So, ibig sabihin yan, y is equal to 10. Yan na ngayon ang value ng y when x is 6 and z is equal to 3. Dito na tayo sa example problem number 2. Y varies directly as the square root of x and inversely as z. If y is equal to 40 when x is equal to 36 and z is equal to 3, find z when x is equal to 25 and y is equal to 10. The first thing to do again is to determine the constant of variation. Pero nakasalalay ang pagiging tama ng ating solution kung tama ang translation mo ng statement of the problem. Basahin natin uli. Y varies directly as the square root of x and inversely as z. Kaya dapat ang translation natin ay ganito. Okay, be careful. Kasi baka mamaya ma-ignore mo yung term na ito, yung square root. Square root of x. Kaya nakalagay dyan, square root of x. Okay? May mga nagkakamali kasi dyan. Bakit? Hindi niya maingat na ikinukonsider ang bawat term doon sa statement of the problem. Para wag magkamali, kung ano ang nababasa mo sa statement of the problem, dapat sa translated mathematical equation mo, yun din dapat ang nakikita mo para hindi ka magkamali. Maaari na natin ngayon i-substitute ang initial value ng y, ng x at saka ng z. Ayan na. So 40, then x is 36, and z is equal to 3. Then, let us find the square root of 36. Ano ba ang square root ng 36? The square root of 36 is 6. So, that is over 3. So, we can divide 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2. Kaya, just copy 40 muna, and then that would be 2k. Okay, transfer natin dito. Then, we can divide both side by 2 to find the value of k. Ayan. So, 2 divide 2 is 1 times k is k, then 40 divided by 2 is 20. So, that is 20 is equal to k, or we can say that k is equal to 20. Alam na natin ngayon kung ano ang constant ng ating variation. Now, eto na ngayon ang magiging ating equation. Kung hahanapin natin yung value ng say when x is 25 and y is equal to 10. Okay, gamitin na natin yan. Ilagay na natin yung mga bagong value ng x and y. X is 25 and y is equal to 10. So, ilagay natin yung bagong value. Ayan. So, ang gustuin natin dito, kunin natin ang square root ng 25. And then, by alternation property of proportion, pwede natin pagpalitin na itong dalawa. Okay? Maaari nyo panoorin sa description yung link ng properties of proportion para makita nyo kung ano yung sinasabi ko. Kung hindi nyo pa alam, yung alternation property of proportion na pwede silang pagpalitin. Okay? So, magiging ganito yan. So, yung say, mapupunta ron. Yung 10, mapupunta rito. And then, the square root of 25 is 5. So, the next thing to do is, say is equal to 100 over 10. Diba? 20 times 5 is 100. Then, say now is equal to 10. So, yan na ngayon ang value ng ating say when x is equal to 25 and y is equal to 10. Now, let us solve real-life problems. Ito yung ating problem number 1. If 12 workers can finish 24 tasks in 6 days, how many days will 21 workers need to finish 28 tasks? So remember that the time required to finish a job varies directly as the number of tasks and inversely as the number of workers. So let us have our representation. Let T be the time required to finish a job. N be the number of tasks. And W be the number of workers. So this is now our equation. T is equal to K times N over W. Kasi sabi niya rito, the time required to finish a job varies directly as the number of tasks. So yung number of tasks natin is N. And inversely as the number of workers. So, the number of workers, W. Kaya, over W. So, now, let us have our solution. Solve for K first, or the constant of variation. Lagay muna natin yung mga initial value. Diba, ang initial value natin, yung ating time ay 6 days. Tapos, yung ating N ay 24. Ito yun. Yung number of tasks, 24 tasks. And then, yung atin na mga workers, sabi dito kasi, if 12 workers, so the number of workers is 12. So, the next thing to do is, of course, divide 24 by 12, kaya yan ay maging 2. Then, we can divide both side by 2. Kaya yan ay magiging 3. Okay? So, K is equal to 3. That is now the value of our K. Pwede na natin ngayon i-substitute, okay, yung value ng K dito as 3. Tapos, yung mga bago nating value ng N at saka W. Ito yung bagong value ng ating N, yung number of tasks ay 28 at yung magiging number of workers na ay, di ba, 21. Ito na yon. Okay? Directly, pwede na natin ngayong, kasi ang 3/21 could be reduced by 1/7. Diba? Yang 3/21 ay pwede nating i-reduce as 1/7 para mas mabilis natin siyang makuha ang value ng t. So, ang matitira na lang dito ay 28 divided by 7. And that is equivalent to 4. So, the answer in this problem is 4 days are needed to finish 28 tasks with 21 workers. So, ayan na ngayon ang ating pinaka-final answer. Dito na tayo ngayon sa ating real-life problem number 2. The pressure of a gas varies directly as its temperature and inversely as its volume. If pressure is 20 Newton per square meter when temperature is 300 Kelvin and volume is 15 cubic meter, find the pressure when the temperature is 450 Kelvin and the volume is 25 cubic meter. So let us now have our representation. Let P be the pressure of gas, T be the temperature, and B is our volume. So, the equation is, dahil sinasabi na the pressure of a gas varies directly as its temperature, so ito yon, P is equal to K times T. And inversely as its volume. Kaya nandito naman yung ating B as the volume. So, ito ngayon yung ating magiging solution. Solve for K first. Lagay natin yung mga initial value. Di ba ang initial value ng ating P ng pressure natin ay 20 at 300 naman yung temperature at yung volume ay 15 cubic meter. So, ayan. Then, pwede natin ngayong gawin dyan. Let us multiply both side by 15. Ayan, multiply natin both side by 15. Para makancel na natin itong denominator dito. Because 15 divided by 15 is equal to, diba, 1. Kaya, dito na tayo sa 15 times 20 is equal to 300. Ang natira din dito ay K times 300 or 300K. Ayan. So, if we divide both sides by 300, diba, K is equal to 1. So, therefore, 1 is the value of our K or the constant of variation. Kaya, pwede na natin ngayong mahanap yung sinasabi dito na find the pressure when the temperature is 450 Kelvin and the volume is 25 cubic meter. Ito na ngayon yung ating magiging pinaka-final part of our solution. I-substitute lang natin ngayon dahil ang hinahanap natin ay pressure. So, ang K natin ay 1. Diba? Tapos, ang temperature natin na bago ay 40 Kelvin, 450 Kelvin. And then, yung volume natin na bago ay 25 cubic meter. Ayan. Kaya, ang P natin ay equal sa 18. Diba? 450 divided by 25. 1 times 450 is 450. Then divide 25 is equal to 18. Okay. Kaya ang answer natin dyan, yung ating P ay 18. So, itong answer natin. The pressure is 18 Newton per square meter. Okay. Kapag ang temperature ay 450 at ang volume ay 25 cubic meter. So, yan yung ating final answer in that problem. Dito na tayo ngayon sa ating real-life problem number 3. The intensity of light varies directly as the square of its wattage and inversely as the square of its distance. If the intensity of light is 100 lumen per square meter when 20 watts in 5-meter distance, find the intensity of light when 30 watts in 10-meter distance. So, ang ating representation muna, let I be the intensity of light, W be the wattage, and D be the distance. Ayan. Equation natin ay ganito. Yung intensity daw ng light ay equal sa, di ba? It varies directly as the square of its wattage. O kaya W squared yan. Kasi yung wattage natin ay represent natin as W and the distance, yung kanyang meter distance naman ay D. So that is D squared. So for the solution, kunin muna natin yung constant ng variation, yung value ng K. Ayan. So ilagay muna natin yung ating mga initial na value. Then solve for K. So 20 times 20, naka-squared kasi yan, that is 400. Then 5 squared is 25. So, ayan. Magiging, yung 400 divide 25 kasi ay 16. Then divide both side by 16. So, K is equivalent to 6.25. So, substitute na natin ngayon to find the intensity of light when 30 watts in 10-meter distance. Ayan. So, ang ating intensity ngayon ay using the value of K, which is 6.25, ang ating bagong, diba, wattage ay 30 watts at ang bago nating distance ay 10. Kaya yan ay 10 squared. So, 30 squared is 900 and 10 squared is 100. So, okay. So, 900 divided 100 is 9. So, 6.25 times 9 is equal to 56.25. So, ito ngayon yung ating I. So, the final answer is, the intensity of light is, according dito sa na-calculate natin, is 56.25 lumen per square meter. So, kung napapansin nyo rito, ito ay 56.25. Kanina, tignan nyo the intensity of light, sabi rito, varies directly as the square of its wattage and inversely as the square of its distance. Yung unang intensity ng light ay 100. So, mas matindi yung intensity. Kumbaga yung liwanag niya, matindi. When 20 watts in 5-meter distance. So, mas malapit yon. So, nung nilayuan ngayon, 10-meter distance. So, kahit medyo nilakasan pa yung wattage pero malayo, anong nangyari? Nabawasan yung intensity. Nabawasan yung liwanag ng light. So, you can experiment that. Meron kang flashlight. Nagbabago yung liwanag niya habang mas malayo yung focus ng light. O para mas makarelate ka sa problem na ito, you can have a realization of this by experimentation kung meron kang flashlight. Okay? Meron tayo dito practice problem. Maaari mo itong subukan. The pressure P of a gas varies directly as its temperature, T, and inversely as its volume, B. So, ito na yung mga gagamitin mong representation ng problems mo. Diba? P for pressure, T for temperature, and B for volume. Sabi dito, if the pressure is 200 kPa, when the temperature is 300 Kelvin and the volume is 10 liter, find the pressure when the temperature is 450 Kelvin and the volume is 15 liters. So, Maaari mo 'tong i-try solve and then you can write your answer in the comment section. Okay. You can just try. Mas maigi na yung hindi lang tayo nanonood. Sapagkat gaya ng aking laging sinasabi, laging tatandaan, sa math ay hindi maaari na nanonood ka lamang. Upang maging mahusay, dapat lagi kang handa na mag-practice o magsanay.